Hello and welcome. Fantastic to have you here. It's great to have another session on with you today. These weeks go around so quickly, don't they? Okay, so we've got a great session on today. Today is all about the 4 things that you would never say as a leader. 4 things that you would never say as a leader, and for good reason too. And a lot of it will be fairly easy to understand as we go through it, but I want to give you the reasons behind it and the impact that these have, which is all negative. So let's not do this. Okay, so the first one, as a leader, you wouldn't say, sorry, I don't have time for you right now, I'm too busy. We would not say that. Why? Because whoever you're saying that to takes it personally. Whether they should or shouldn't, they take it personally. So what you'll find is they'll think, well, you don't have time for me, you don't care, all of these things. So that's the impact that that's going to have. Now, as leaders, we do get really, really busy, and sometimes it's really hard to juggle what we're supposed to be doing. But if somebody's coming to ask for your time and you've got a meeting you're rushing off to or something like that, then there is ways and means that you can have that conversation with that person at a different time without saying, I'm sorry, I'm too busy, I haven't got time. I haven't got time for you right now. What you would say is something like, hey, listen, what you've got to say is really, really important. I've got this meeting starting in 5 minutes, so I don't want to cut you off. How about we get together at 1:30? The meeting will be over then, and we'll get together then. If it can wait, sometimes if these things can't wait, if this person's coming to you, they might have a mental health issue or whatever, you have to then juggle up what's more important, me going to this meeting or me speaking to this person. Let me tell you, if it's a mental health issue and they're coming to you in tears or whatever, you would push that meeting aside and say, do you know what? I'm going to come sit down and talk to you. So you've got to determine the priority and the importance of what's going on, and try and be a little bit more on the people side than the task, or focused in the people side, and have that empathy. So rather than saying I'm too busy, I can't see you right now, you would say, hey, what you've got is important. I want to hear about it. Does 1:30 suit you? Or you could say, hey, listen, this is really something that we should discuss. Right now, I've got a meeting, but I'd love for you to come with me, walk down the hallway with me, and I want you to come in and speak to such and such because they're really good at that particular thing. Whatever it may be, just find a solution that makes that person still feel heard and still feel like that you care about them. Okay, so the first one, I'm too busy right now, so I don't have time. The second one that you don't want to say as a leader is, I'm sorry, I don't think you're right for this. Okay, so you will find in your team there's people that's got strengths in some areas and have got probably opportunities in some other areas as well. So if somebody comes to you with a career they want to go on, or a role they want to do, or a project they want to lead, and you're thinking in your head, they just don't have the attention for detail for that. They just don't. They don't have the network to be able to, tune into that. Whatever it may be, whatever's going in your head, you need to put it aside and go, do you know what? If you're really keen to do this, we know that your strengths are A, B, and C. We know that your opportunities are D, E, and F. Obviously, this project is going to call on those opportunities. So what I'm going to do is, yes, I'm going to give you an opportunity to do this project, but you're going to do it with someone else, or you're going to shadow it with somebody else, or you can do components of the project. Because as a leader, we want to build the capability of our team. And if they want to do something that you think is outside of their realm of capability or capacity right now, then okay, let them stretch. Maybe they'll surprise you. Maybe they want to go in that direction. So therefore they want to exercise and try and exercise that courage muscle. Whatever it is, we need to celebrate that they're looking to do other things, and then work out how we can do that. Now, there's going to be times where someone just can't possibly do it because you don't have the time to let them go, or you just don't have the resources for them to go off and do this. And that's the conversation you would have. you would say, do you know what, Sally, I think, it's very brave and courageous of you to look at things that are going to help you with the opportunities that you're looking for. Right now, we've got this, this, and this. I can't possibly let you go at this stage. But if this is something you want to do, let's put it in our one-on-one. Let's aim for it. You know what I mean? So you're building the capability of people. So you can still say no, but you do it in a constructive and building type way versus, banging them over the head with a hammer and saying, no, you'll never be able to do that. It's not right for you. So don't ever say, I don't think you're right for this. Okay, so it's just going to have a really negative impact on somebody's self-esteem and self-confidence and all those sorts of things. And we want to build that up. Okay, what's the third one? It's all your fault. We would not say this for obvious reasons, obviously, but we would not say it's all your fault. As leaders, whether our team has not got to a task on time, whether we've missed a KPI, whether they're late for a meeting, whatever it may be, this is not something that you can say, it's not me, it's you. As a leader, we need to take responsibility of that. Have we not been clear in our communication? Have we not set expectations accurately? Have we not decided on the group norms of this is going to be really important and we have to prioritize it? What do you need to take on to say, what could I have done differently for this not to happen? So never say it's all your fault, because ultimately our team is our responsibility. So if something goes awry, or something goes awry, or something is amiss, or whatever it may be, we need to take some responsibility of that too. Okay, so this is a shared responsibility. Okay, and last but not least, the one thing you will not say to your team is, I don't care. Even if it's, hey, we'd like to do this, this, or this, and you go, oh, I don't care, whatever. That makes everybody feel like you really don't care, that you have no empathy for anybody, you're not part of the team, you don't have their back. All those sorts of things are all wound up in the I don't care. All of those feelings of resentment, frustration, all of that sort of stuff is going to start erupting if you start slanging that sentence around. So we need to stop. If it is a situation where they come to you and they go, oh, we really want to do this, this, and this, and you really don't have any preference either way, say, do you know what? All three of those are great ideas. Which one do you guys want to do? Because if you really don't care which one they choose, then put the onus back on them. Have them have ownership over their decision of what they're going to do. If you think an employee is coming to you with unnecessary information, or they're just talking, they don't need to talk, or they're saying things, they could say something in 2 sentences that takes them half an hour. This is a courageous conversation you need to have with them about how we can communicate more impactfully and effectively with each other. And you can give them scenarios. Hey, this is a whole big scenario. How could we cut this down? And have that conversation with someone if we were time bound. So rather than I don't care or whatever, go to the problem of why you don't care and fix that. Okay, so if somebody's talking too much, or someone's bringing you too much information, or whatever it is, do not say I don't care. Say, do you know what? I trust that you can do that. You don't need to come to me every day with that. I'm quite happy for us to meet up on once a week on a Monday at 9 a.m. And then you can give me a rundown on what you're doing. And I'm fine with that. Again, it's setting that expectation, making sure that everybody knows what you're doing. Okay, so the 4 things you will never say to your team. I don't have time. I'm too busy for that right now. You won't say that. Number 2, I don't think you're right for this. I don't think this is for you. You wouldn't say that. Number 3, it's all your fault. Because remember, it's a shared responsibility. We're all a team. And number 4, I don't care. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. I hope you think about the words and the impacts that it has on everybody else. Because remember, being in a leadership position, everybody listens to what you've got to say. You are setting an example. So you want to set an example that they feel open to come to you, where you're being honest, where everything's out on the table, where you can, have that authenticity. You don't want people just thinking that you don't care, that you don't have their back, or you've got more important things to do, or you're totally task focused and got no people skills. So I hope that helps. I hope I explained it okay. If you've got any questions, thoughts, queries, don't hesitate to contact us on ask@teamleadertoolkit.com, and you can send us an email. We'll get back to you within 24 hours. And if you've got a question, we'll put a little video together exactly like this, and we'll be able to help you with that question. So I hope that helps. So without further ado, have a brilliant rest of the week. And we will see you next week with another great session. Got to find the stop button. Here it is. Okay, see you then. Bye.